Hello, party people. Welcome back to another episode of Journey Through Eorzea. As always, I am your host, Man with Hat, Tiberius Fox. After a little bit longer of a stint, we trumped Ranjit and we met back up with Thancred, and now, that thing is creepy, we are in the land of the Fae, or the fairies, and we have to meet up with Urianger. And Thancred was busy being dad and being mad at Minfilia. So, let's keep it going. Il Mheg is the fairy kingdom, and as one might expect, is the home to the Fae folk. The most important prominent amongst them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of an example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you where you believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I'm sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. Alright? As it stands, we cannot hope to find another way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. From what I could make of their voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village, Lidraran. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation, of the different worlds and our mission. You may consider her an ally. Alright. Tiny Minfilia. Let's go. Tiny Minfilia. I can't wait to beat up a light warden. It's gonna be a fun time. I can't wait to purge the light like an absolute Chad. You know who should be here? Mjolnir should be here. I wonder what the canon example of how Mjolnir, or how your chocobo follows you to the first is. I'd swear that this chocobo is slower than he used to be. Call me crazy, just saying. Summoning stone. Thancred. Huh. Okay. Well, here we are. Yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their gains have already begun. In which case... Tiberius. There is a variety of plant native to these parts with a distinctive furled tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can use to spy pixies. Believe it or not. I'll explain to you how all this is later, but first I need you to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You only be the subject yourself to further mischief. Okay. How about of this face scrub over here? You search the scrub and you find nothing resembling looking grass. Suddenly, a voice rings out. Hee, greetings mortal, what is your name? Nothing. Oh, you don't have a name. How very, very sad. I could have so much fun with it. Alright. Trying to think. Is it over here, actually? I don't think that that's actually, like, within the bounds, but we'll take a look and see if it's over there. No. Okay. I remember it being, like, around, but I don't think it's by them. It's probably that one over there. We'll find out. I do like their actual correct answers when you're looking for stuff. And not just, like, it's not always just, like, do all of them until they're done. Search the scrub, you find what appears to be looking grass. Suddenly, a voice rings out. Oh, visitor, where are you from, pray tell? Perhaps the one hard of hearing. What brings you here? Ah, stone deaf. How boring. Still, picking plants at our village is as good as indulging in our hospitality. And who are we to turn you away? Stay a while, stay forever. Your bugatti begins to feel heavy. Uh-huh. Too bad I don't have, like, Izuna. I don't even think it would work, but, you know. I take it you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the pixies' veil of invisibility, and see them as the first step in dealing with them. Come, let us gather everyone and put Urianger's little trick to good use. Indeed. Look through it like a little monocle. Mm-hmm. Monocle grass. I mean, they're all just like twinkles. Right?
Farasitha, Krakleth.
Well, there you go. I found you. The game is over. Where's my fairy person? She would love it here, I bet.
No! We are found! How did this mortal know our trick?
Wait! I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look, twins! How adorable!
Oh!
Play with us!
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one.
It's interesting. Of course, Urianger, of all the places he would stay, would be in Il Mheg.
In return for a place in Il Mheg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
That is just the kind of torture that Urianger would be able to cope with.
Oh, that was so much fun! We must do it again!
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Pixies have talons, man. Quiet your eyes.
Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition: that you first lend us a helping hand, or 2, or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urianger. Pixie's honor.
Man. I'm telling you, where is my fairy
Well, there
friend?
you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Let's split up, gang. He's now Fred from Scooby-Doo. He's achieved. He just needs an ascot. We've achieved full Fred from Scooby-Doo tier. Alright, well, I'm not, like, slowed anymore, which is a plus. Oh, they're all over the place. Alright, well, Sul-Un. What do you got for me? Ooh, look at me, look at me. I have a task for you. Winterland is our beloved village, and we want it to always look as lovely. And it can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than everblooms. So here are some everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here and there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? Uh-huh. Alright, well, we've officially reached full, plant flowers tier. At least there's a Moogle here, right? For all the mail I get. I wonder what a delivery Moogle thinks about the fairies. Do they just not care about Moogles? So if I don't have any letters for you to... I just was curious. I was like, huh. Alright, how am I planting this? Oh, let me guess, it's up. It's up. Is that... Wait a minute. Oh, the table's, like, actually alive, like a tree. It's kind of neat. And those dudes got turned into bushes, too. I'm betting that all these people that got turned into bushes used to be people. They didn't play very well. Pro tip, always play. Ooh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps I'll make pretty curtains out of them. Alright, well, you know? Yeah, there's certain things, like, when you're playing with mischievous, like, magic folk, dude, play their games, dude, as best you can. Because it's a bad time. I'm like 90% sure these were all people at some point. And they just decided to do something nefarious, and it didn't really, or, you know, they decided to not play the game. They should have played the game. Pro tip of the day, play the game. Alright, there's one more, and then we got one more this way. And then we got two more things. I can't imagine what Alphino and Alizé were doing, but...
Helping us grow flowers, are you? It'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Bobert or some such, but the city just came and everyone disappeared. Since then, we pixies have been living here, and we've given out the old house as our touch. Lovely, don't you think?
Yeah, it's just absolutely, it's bopping around here, dude. Look at it, it's fantastic. I don't know what you do with houses as a fairy, but you do something. And with that, we are one down on our quest line. Alright.
You're done sowing the seeds, thank you. This should help Lida Laram.
I don't know. I'll do my best.
Lida Laram live up to its name, which means flower house, in case you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by light. For a while we roamed, and eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow faith folk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring. This is our home, and it comes to be yours too, forever and ever and ever.
Uh-huh. Well, you know, I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on the making this place my forever home. It's kind of cool, but also like passively torturous. This kind of place that, like, I was watching and reading a creepypasta one time. I think it was supposed to be hell. And, like, they're on a train or something, and they get off the train, and it's, like, a grassy field, and they go touch the grass, and it's all just, like, actually, like, razor blades and just cuts them up or whatever. That's what I think about this place. It's, like, the kind of place you'd touch it, and it would just cut you to shreds or something like that.
I'm so hungry I may faint. Fruit, a little fruit will set me all right. Will you go and fetch me some? Just outside the village you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they'll sure to render up their sweet, succulent burdens.
Alright, well, who am I to say no, right? Mjolnir. Let's go. I don't know how far away it is, but gotta be faster on Chocobo. But I'm not, like, I feel like I'm losing my mind. I swear my Chocobo is slower than usual for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's just because I don't have, like, I don't think I ever bought riding maps, so I don't know why that would be a thing, but alas, it seems to be. Alright, Bell Tree. It's like Animal Crossing. Tell my wife all about that, make Bell Tree references. A woman loves Animal Crossing. Oh! Shenanigans afoot. Alright, well, you know, that could have been worse. Assuming the other one's this one over here. I feel like this place would be prettier when it's not bathed in, like, this intense light. Which I'm kind of looking forward to, frankly. I can't wait to purge it of all the light. Or at least, you know, the excessive light. There we go. Mjolnir. Helly-ho. Oh, I have fly, I forgot. I was like, oh, I took off fly. I actually didn't expect to fly right there. I feel like I'm very hampered, like I can't do anything. Yeah, it's interesting, nobody's really here. You'd think you'd run into some, like, sprouts or something, you know, coming through doing quests. But maybe this is like an instance sort of area right now. I don't know that, but I mean, it could be.
So hungry. Did you get the fruit?
I did.
Oh, thank you ever so much. You saved me. Yeah, saved me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. You've done me a great service, mortal. If there's anything we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things, hate them. Sin eaters are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say.
Here's an interesting question. I wonder if the Fae are strong in seniors, or if they like it corrupts them in some way, so they can't really fight them either. Kind of like the same way with the Light Wardens or whatever. All right, where are we going? Right over there? Works for me.
Mortal, mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty, and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leaf men you see standing around our village. Adorable, aren't they? Now you'll need to go see Longmere Lake to draw the water. Once you have it, I'll see the children have a good drenching. Oh, but be warned, the Foth make their home in the lake, and they tend to play rough, so have care.
Alright. I don't know what the Foth is, but they can go Foth themselves. That's a play on words in vulgarity. I ain't worried about it. I'll draw water from the lake. I'll scrap. Do I look like a man who's not ready to scrap? If you think so, you're wrong. The man with head is always ready to scrap. Alright, let's go. Okay, I kind of remember the buildings that are kind of in the water. I remember that. Alright, I'm sure this will cause no problems at all. Super easy, barely an inconvenience, you know what I mean? Alright. Are we done? Oh, give the water to the leaf men. Oh, we gotta go back, okay. I was thinking, like, wait a minute, what? Give them to the guys we just killed? I'm like, no, those weren't the leaf men. But those are the Foth, or whatever. The leaf men are the dudes up here. There. Leaf man. I was half expecting him to like shake a little bit there or something. You know what I mean? I'm like 99% sure those used to be people. They like just decided to lock in. It's like everybody's Stalfos in here or something like Zelda. Alright, Leaf Man. Leaf Man with sword. Because they're like pointing down the small Leaf Man there, and the bigger Leaf Man are all pointing swords at him. Unkind. Unkind.
Oh, you've given water to our children, thank you ever so much. They're all very dear to us. They wandered in Il Mheg as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but our enchantments didn't catch you as well as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course.
In other words, you were going to turn us into plants. How nice of you. Thanks for not turning us into plants. Hey, there's somebody. This is Ludo Raktika. Alright, we'll definitely like that. Does it ring a bell? You know, it might. Level 83 Weaver. He's here doing crafting. I mean, one could assume anyway. Alright, Thancred. Let's get this going. Let's get the ball rolling. We already rolled it. Let's roll it some more. How goes it, Tiberius? Watered some plants and got some fruit and did some stuff.
So a mix of menial tasks and pranks.
Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name.
How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing game with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same, a little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Urianger once told me a story about the pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains, imprinted on their souls. And so they only live to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and the presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites or arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composes the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm, either by the will of its owner or by the mean of its certain arts. In time, the soul may regather aether unto itself to assume another form, or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what makes them make us? Wait, what does that make us? I think we've become that which you fear most, brother dearest. However the pixies may have come into being, if we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures. But where to begin? It seems to me that we will at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Oh, finally. I have my own pixie. What? You knew a pixie from before? Yeah, and she's chill. Not only are you acquainted, but you've earned them into a pact. You might have mentioned this sooner. Yeah, for real. At any rate, I dare say I hope this will offer us a way out. Without any further delay then, summon this Feoul, if you please. I was saying it. With the chat mode say Feoul, you got it. I will do that very thing. Whoops. Oops, I had to put it in parentheses. I am doing it wrong. I'm doing it so wrong. With chat mode, enter Feoul, summon your Frixie friend. I am doing something wrong. I do not know what I am doing wrong. But the chat, when in chat mode, say Feoul to summon your pixie for. I did that. Am I spelling it wrong? No. That gotta be something I'm doing. Is that an I? There ain't no way that's an I. Oh, that wasn't it either. Oh my gosh, am I gonna get body blocked by... Wait, was I supposed to go... Oh wait, I'm supposed to go over here, aren't I? Oh my gosh, I feel so dumb. It's always stuff like this that gets me. A voice rings out in your mind. So, my sapling has finally remembered about his lovely branch. But with such a half-hearted call, he may as well lop me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Please, Feoul, I need you. Was that right? Was that not? Oh, there's another comma in there. Good grief. Miss one comma. I feel like I'm in grammar school again. I'm usually the one that's a stickler about that. Is that your idea of a fervent call? A sodden log could do with more fire. Oh my gosh. I love how it's making me type out all this. This is fantastic. And my cat steps on everything. Fantastic. Okay, hang on. Alright, there we go. Yes, I know, Poppy, I know you want to come over here, but I'm busy right now. I'm trying to summon a pixie. There you go.
You're late! Late!
What?
I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting.
I mean, I get it.
But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing he is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
This is like what it's like. So this is like the girlfriend simulator experience. It's great.
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Thanks, Alice. Make this better, I'm sure.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Respect.
All right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
Brutal.
But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you.
Truly girlfriend simulator.
Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Theo, ooh, the mold feel. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, he will never be yours. Never, never, ever!
Based. I think.
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone.
Possessive. Perfect.
And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of his bag all over your precious village.
Okay, that's my stuff, but alright. They can have some of it, though.
Cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that,
That's a threat if I ever heard one for fairies, I guess. Like they're all
all right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
They have to stay behind and play.
It seems we won't be joining you.
We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
I didn't remember this being such an ordeal to get them to, like, chill out and just let us do what we gotta do. Oh, it's the Triforce. There you go. Oh, that's cool. The wings on the side of the castle. That's kind of sick. I like that.
So this is the true Il Mheg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
I love Girlfriend Simulator. It's my favorite. Seriously though, she is like an overpowered thing in your back pocket, I am 99% sure, but you like almost never use it. I am playing, like, when you're, you know what I would do? When you're out, I think she becomes like the queen of the fair, the pixies or whatever, but still. For Alphino and Al of the sake, let's be quick. It would be a shame to return, only to find they had become made to play one game too many. Now, the place we seek is an abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar. The Bookman's Shelves is called, and a fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should soon find the place. Come along. Alright. But yeah, I had no recollection of it being this much of an annular deal. I remember just like popping in, doing a couple things, then going. I mean, that's kind of what we did, but It's way nicer in here now that it's not covered in that white, gross garbage. It's still too bright. I still gotta clear the sky of all the shenanigans, but you know, I'll take being like not being in a giant white fog on top of it. It's about the spectacle with the giant like crystal horn things everywhere. Well, now we'll stay on the path. We could cut across, but sometimes it's nice to just stay the path. Stay the course, as it were. A blood morpho. What kind of morpho is that? Purple morpho. Okay, what's that? Oh, somebody flying across? In a plane. Nothing like so like, oh, it's a person for like 2 seconds and they're in a plane. Oh no, it's a weird dragonfly thing. Scorpion. I don't know what that is. It is a hawker. Got the jellyfish, of course. Gotta have the jellyfish. Any body of water must have the weird jellyfish. I love that. I do love this though. The aesthetic. I love like the churches and stuff that are all submerged underwater and covered with greenery and stuff. Like that's just like artistically, that's just like really cool. I really, really like that. And here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let us see if he's home. Surprised he's not just been tortured for 1,000,000 years. Let's find out what. I can't wait to say Urianger though. He's cool. And he'll have his new outfit too. I'll bet you they show him off a little bit, and then they're just like, oh, here he is. That's him. I doubt he just makes a blunt entrance.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends his way. The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
Look at that ornate thing on his back. Good grief. Astrologian.
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
This is a way better look for him than his A Realm Reborn through like Stormblood look. I honestly forgot he had that look for so long. I thought this came out way earlier.
Run along, Minfilia.
Or maybe he had a middle transitory one, but...
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Everybody but Y'shtola.
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
I really like too, this is like when, like, Urianger has a character before this, obviously, right? Like, he's the thing. But he's kind of like a minor character. This is when he actually becomes like a character. And it's funny, because it's not been that long, really, if you think about it. It's just like Shadowbringers and then Endwalker. But like, this is when he kind of pops off, right?
As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald.
That's a cool axe. It's almost like a shovel shape, but I like that. That's a cool axe. If I was going to play warrior, that'd be a good axe to have.
So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then yalm by yalm, and malm by malm in time.
I only assume that Black Rose is
Yet
going to
the joy
wipe them
they
out.
felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile: Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil.
I don't remember any of this plot point at all. They made it sound like it was just
To
resolved already.
survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
Oh no, it's the old outfit. No. Oh yeah, Tataru was dead and Kryler definitely gonna save the world, I'll tell you what. Now they're all in their old outfits. Oh dude, am I in my ninja stuff? No way. I am in my ninja stuff. It like remembered what I was wearing at the time. Yeah, dude.
were no more.
And they took my hat. This is
For
a
the weapon
nightmare. There's no way.
spared not one. Not even thee.
Unless, of course, it's just because that's like the Storm, the Shadowbringers outfit. But it looks a lot. I mean, it is what I was wearing, right? It's kind of cool that it ended up that way, regardless. I like that.
An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy.
I'm like working on it.
To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery.
A pressing mystery, you say? Do tell.
That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency.
Indeed, do tell.
Come.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
Oh, we're gonna get more background stuff to explain more about the world and how it works. I'm in. Charlie, it's something to do with magic. I'm just gonna say it's Charlie Elements. I mean, it basically is.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source. As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition.
So you have 6 on. So thinking about the ones, right, we're watching, when they watched all the things combine. You get wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water, and then you have light and dark. So it's technically 8, I guess?
Astral, the active. Umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral. Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer.
Can we just, real quick, by the way, can we just give styling out points to the voice actor for Urianger? He not only has to voice act, he has to read the dialogue in this because this is his character. His character is to talk this way, which means every time he gets a script, it reads that way, and he has to do it, and he has to do it convincingly, which is pretty darn good. Like, some people hate the way Urianger talks. I kind of love it. I'm just saying, I kind of love it. It's like a nice little quirk to his character that they didn't have to do, but they did, and I'm not upset about it.
Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race.
I'm gonna be honest though. It's like, oh, that's not umbral and astral, it's just darkness.
Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
Like, exactly, this is a big revelation, but that's like what we've been talking
That's
about forever.
umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the 2 forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
"'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land.
Okay, like the thing they were showing us earlier, what the crystal Exarch was showing us, where it trickles in until it finally cascades all the way in.
And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings. Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
we would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Il Mheg.
Baby, I've been saying I've been doing this whole time. Let's go.
Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Urianger, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake.
I want the sick butterfly.
To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
Let's rock and roll, dude. Let's rock and roll like a 14th century nobleman. Such is the way that Urianger speaks. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Did you take up astrology? Did you lose weight? I didn't recognize you at first. Did you take up astrology? Obviously he did, but we'll pretend we didn't notice that. Indeed, though I thought the night be lost behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but that the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in the art. But enough of myself. Let us speak of our task. As I did mention, if we are to enter Legia, I wasn't paying attention to how he pronounced that, Legia, we must needs gain the pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands, and shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Oh no, Rock Lobster! Rock Lobster's gone. He was hiding, you know, on the beach. It was under the dock. And there I saw a rock. Sorry. Meanwhile, Tiberius, I bid thee to obtain that which is pleasing to their eyes. In these parts there abideth a vilekin known as the Beauteous Wings, the Hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle with which thou may capture a weakened specimen. Those things are huge. I don't understand why you would think that's a good idea, but I am just a simple man, and so we will go and capture the wasp bee thing. Alright, use the Charlene box to capture a weakened hawker. You got it, dude. I must cast magic. Jolt 3. Alright, I'm sure that'll work. Hiya, gotcha. He still poisoned me? Dude, hacks. Whatever. Oh, he didn't count it? Okay, cool. It bamboozled me. In the world of fairies, always getting bamboozled. Thou art returned. Wert thou able to capture a hawker? I did. Ah, a truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colors. Thancred too should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray take thine ease meanwhile. I mean, sure. I can chill out. I can chill with the best of them, I'll have you know.
"'Tis done. The pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget.
Is that white orsite?
White orisite, newly forged for thy use.
Why would I need white orisite?
Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary. Our eternal enemies.
Well, I'm glad you got some handy.
Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
We still have a way to force Aether into it, though, to break it, though. We still don't have, like, well, I mean, unless they kind of gave us, like we just kind of have a go-to by being awesome
May I
Warrior
come in
Blade.
now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
No problem, Pops.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you.
Head pats. She's getting head pats.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
If you want a book to take with you,
May I?
you better do it now. Yeah, there's a shortage of
course,
books
my
here.
dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
Don't take too much crap, otherwise Thancred gonna get mad.
Hast thou spoken to him of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
Oh, old school Minfilia, eh?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any.
Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of chilling, you know what I mean? Just need like a couple of cokes.
As you know,
Beer, maybe?
I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Oh, 8-track flashback. We haven't had one of those in a while. I'm excited. I kind of was expecting one when Urianger was telling us about his vision, but...
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Dude is not taking it well.
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
It's funny. I know Minfilia had voice lines, but her voice actress, you hear 99% of what you hear from Minfilia and ARR from the old voice actress, and she has almost no lines after that I recall with the new voice actress. So it's like kind of jarring in a way, because my brain remembers the high-pitched kind of squealy, like, well, that's just like, you know, I don't know. It's just like a little weird. This actress has a deeper voice.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make. It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred.
Oh, yeah, young Minfilia.
Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me.
I was never
There is
still
much and
super
more she
clear
does
about
not know.
what's happening here.
She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path.
I assume what it means, and someone could correct me if I'm wrong. Cat, please don't do that. I have cats that don't like each other, and they're just like, yeah, let's hang out right next to each other so we can be mad about it. Don't do it. Go away. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. So, I assume what's going on is basically like, Minfilia can't be reborn the way she wants to, because it would require like sacrificing the girl or something, and not. And she's like, I've already had several die anyway. I can't do anymore. Like I refuse to do that. I'll have to actually probably look it up and have it explained to me, because sometimes there's just like some plot points in this game. I just like the other one that really gets me. I really want to understand is at the end of Endwalker, like why the whole thing with Hydaelyn and the whole thing. Like I don't understand why she does that. It doesn't make. I never understood why that didn't make any sense. And this one is like, oh, yeah. It's like, well, it seems like there's just like kind of making a hand wave excuse for why they're not bringing back the old Minfilia. Like we're not bringing her back. This girl's a character now. Just like deal with it. Watch after her while you watch after me, which is fine. It's a passing of the torch in a way, but I feel like Minfilia never got a chance to be a character that anyone cared about, because she was kind of just there and just issued out orders for no reason during A Realm Reborn. So I don't know. I'm gonna probably look into this and try and figure out what it means, like an actual more well-rounded level after this.
When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
What happened?
He has had such a hard time with it.
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things, where we came from, what we fight for, but of that day, I have not spoken.
How do you want this to end, or 3 dots? I feel like I shouldn't say anything on this one. Just let him just say what he has to say.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. What does that mean?
The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I just don't understand this plotline. I'm sure I'm just dumb and I don't understand it, but I'm just like, there's like a little bit there. It's like, it's gonna drive me nuts.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Lida Loran.
Lida Loran. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look into this. There's just an element to this I just don't understand. I might just be stupid, I admit, but it's like the whole underlying plot line. I can't tell if I'm dumb or if it's just not well explained. You know what I mean? Like, cause there are elements of that in this game where, like I said, like in Endwalker, right? Similar sort of thing. It's like I don't know which one. We'll follow the road. I don't know which one is which, right? I don't know if I'm just like stupid or it's poorly explained. It's somewhere in the middle. Like the whole thing, like I understand that Minfilia stopped the Wall of Light. Like I understand that, right? Minfilia stops the Wall of Light and stops the world from being completely cascaded. She basically holds everything on the brink, right? Everything's going to cascade and fall and it's going to be bad, right? Sorry, I was looking at that over there. And that's fine. And then I'm like, so did she like use up all her power? And so then she had to become, like she says, like an Ascian, where she's just a spirit that has no other bodies. And then after that, she just starts possessing bodies and fighting and dying and possessing bodies and fighting and dying, trying to protect the first from like finally cascading and failing completely. And I'm like, okay, all right, you've got me. I understand. But then it's like, then she goes like, well, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, is she incapable? I'm not saying she should kill the young girl or anything, right? But I'm saying like, why now, right? Is it because we're here? Like, what changed to warrant that particular perception of the way things are? Like, why has she made this decision to not do that? And she's talking about reviving herself, and she can't do. She's like, oh well, if she decides to do it one way, then we'll do one thing, and if we try to do the other way, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying that she decides to be her own person, that you'll give her your full might, and I'm like, okay, but the first thing she said seemed like that. Like I said, I'm a little lost. But that's, the other way. We weren't expecting you back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's fate custom return the gesture. If you desire anything from us, you need but name it. Alright, time for a dungeon, seems like, which I'm totally into. Might be able to get into it, finish it up, and then that'll be the end. We'll call it there. But we'll see. So, what is it you desire? Rusty old coins like you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps? We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire to enter the Urianger. What a strange thing to wish for. You might as well ask for your own death. But if that's what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been busy, Urianger. Would it be so kind as to tell us what we have missed? Fade to black. So, that was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you can tell us about this Light Warden? Aye, my lady. By circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler, Titania. Oh, it's that he wouldn't say it? She cut in, bamboozled. Is our king and ruler Titania? It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home, you see. Fought it and won. But all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turning them into a new Light Warden. Now that the king only in name, naught remains of the wise and just ruler that used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic of breaking the seal we divided into 4, and wove each into a magic relic, to be kept apart until the time was right. As this address is one of them, it's been our safekeeping for years and years, but we've managed and decided to entrust it to you. Are you sure? Of course, custom demands it. Though we've not most certainly go to your deaths, we thought you should at least try to let you try. That way we get to watch what happens. Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with the Fua, and the stone scepter is with the Numo. And the crystal shoes are with the Amaro. Of course, we're not going to go right in. I thought we were going to go into a dungeon. We're not going to do a dungeon. That's not even happening. Good luck finding them all. The facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. First, let us hie to the lake. There claim the shell crown from the Fua. Fua? I don't know. If we call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. Alright, we can probably at least get a relic or two done, so we're ready to jump in the dungeon on the next episode, because I highly doubt we're getting, yeah, we're not doing that. I just always think, oh, we're gonna go right in. Just kidding. We gotta go and do a bunch of stuff. Motorcycle. Hello, Rose Bear. That's neat. I like that. I know it's just a reskin, but it looks cool. But that thing over there, I think it's that thing over there. You know, someone had to go around and place all these little, like, plant people around in their poses. Untouchable gate. Unless this is the dungeon to get us into the trial. Is there a trial? Might be. Hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We are come with an entreaty. Not in a talkative mood, apparently. I'm not exactly sure how the gate works. But if the Fuath are water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake. Oh, I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We all know how Thancred swims like an eel, but what about you, Minfilia? I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. Excellent. What about you, Urianger? I'm not sure I've ever asked. Oh, man. Rather than swim, mayhap it would be more expeditious to walk upon the surface by means of magic. You too, Urianger. That you should be a kindred spirit. Worry not, my friend. I know some helpful tricks, and I should be more than happy to share them with you. Together we shall conquer the waves. Well, well, aren't we a lovely lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty from mortals, what a treat. Aye, my comrades and I are on a quest to vanquish the Light One. To that end, we would humbly beg the loan of the Shell Crown, which we were given to understand is in the safekeeping of your people. Oh, is that all? Of course, you may have it, you shall have it. Just like that, you'll want... What do you want from us? Oh no need to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us is all. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us. For us Fuath, it is over before it has begun, and we couldn't care less what it becomes after the Fairy King, nor the world for that matter. Having said that, we do so seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Touch the untouchable gate and come hither to our domain. Il Mheg. In your tongue it means Forbidden Realm. Sounds forbidding, doesn't it? And so it should, and we are one with the water, our home wrought with ripples and waves and currents. Find your way through and give us a thrilling sport, and we will give you the crown. Alright, I guess we are going to a dungeon. I thought we were going to get... So it must be either 2 dungeons or a dungeon and a trial. It's probably a trial. I don't remember. Alright, let's get right into the news. Alright, we got 7 minutes. That's not bad at all. Let me get my book. Give me a second. Alright, let's see. I know it was like 208 or something last time. I don't think I need to actually go all the way back. I don't need to look in that thing. I know it can't be that far. Let's see, 204, 205, get up there. Ah, Il Mheg. Second page right after Holminster Switch. Il Mheg, Garden of Illusions. As its fey name implies, this forbidden garden of Fuath is particularly feared by the pixies of Il Mheg. With nightfall having returned to Lakeland, the adventurer known as the Warrior of Darkness traveled to Il Mheg with their allies in hopes of escaping the Ulmoran army. Upon learning that the area's light warden lurked within the Laegia, they set off to the quest to obtain the 4 fey relics required to gain entry into the castle. It is to this end that the Warrior of Darkness visited Il Mheg, braving its many traps to obtain the shell crown housed within. Don Meg's interior is said to be teeming with Fuath illusions, including legends from the fallen kingdom of Vobert come to life. Whether the forms they take are contrivances or of imaginative illusionists or based in historical truth, however, remains a matter of conjecture. And then you got a couple of bosses here. You got the dude at the end. Oh yeah, I remember that guy. Okay, that's the one where the dungeon has a big pit. The fight has a big pit in it, and people would troll people by using the rescue ability that the healers have. Aen Thon, the leader of the Fuath, capable of altering their form with the shift and tenor of their voice and the strum of their lyre. Whilst prone to mischievousness, Aen Thon is fiercely loyal to the Fairy King and leapt to Nordfrant's defense when it was under threat from cadre of spectral heroes summoned forth from other worlds. And then the other one is I remember this boss. He's like a thing with a tree on his back. It's kind of like a. I remember my friend. I was playing a game with this one time. We were playing that fight, and the guy wasn't doing very good, and he just lambasted him. That was before you get banned for that sort of thing, though. Now you can't even say that. He said some pretty horrible things. Grianul, a beast brought to life by the Fuath, inspired by Buretite legend. In his mythical namesake possessed a draconic body that grew to eclipse mountains, and while this creation was a formidable indeed, it ultimately failed to measure up to the grandeur of its legends. And then it's got some nice art at the bottom. So, that is Don Meg, and we will see it when it pops, which looks like we already have our DPS, and it says only 7 minutes, so we'll see what we get. See you then. I'm always stunned by, like, how it can go from, like, I had one person with me, so we had everything, and then I had nobody, and then suddenly it was ready at like 12 minutes. Alright, well. I don't know what that was all about. Small wolf. I want to see if this runs better. Last time I played this before I had my new PC, there was one spot in this dungeon where when I would look off in a certain direction, my computer would just chug. I assume they're talking about mine. We have to... But, you know, hey, I'm gonna do it. Downpour? Absolutely. The man with hat is a drip downpour. Oh wait, am I... Was I... Oh, we're pulling everything. But yeah, I would just like go through this, and there'd be a spots where I would just like everything would just start to tank. It was brutal. We got a warrior, a white mage, and a reaper. Alright. Yeah, the man with hat does not go in anywhere subtly. Subtlety is not my strong suit. Is it this part? I can't remember. It's one of these. You just turn and look a certain way, and it would just chug. But I doubt it's gonna happen. That was a long time ago. I'm so glad I bought a PC now. Everyone knows the PC market is absolutely terrible right now. So good. Tank's getting hit pretty hard. And again, he is like he did pull like everything like 20 miles.
I have dual cast for 12 more seconds. Let's go.
Anik Thon, Lord of the Linger Gate. Wait, is this the same guy from the end? But like... Alright, not too bad. Smashing welcome, you say. Alright. Oh man, I don't know. I know you have to stay away from those. That much I know. Oh, I got hit by that one. Oops. I had not meaning to do that. You know, I don't know. I can't do that. I love how every time I do this, I always think, man, I really need to like learn what that thing does or what this thing does, and then I proceed to completely forget. Doing pretty good solid damage, I think, no? I stare at my hotbar way more playing Red Mage, though. Like, until I get like really used to it, I'm gonna stare at my hotbar like all the time. It's one of my like least good things about this game, is I just fumble that all the time. I was getting ready to do the thing. Not like this. Ah. I'm fumbling that one a little bit. I keep doubling up on all my spells. Come on, toast him. There we go. There we go. Alright. Pass on that. Oh. Oh, we just suddenly switch places. Alright. There goes a little frogman. He's running off again. At some point, I will end up playing Reaper and I will learn what that little portal thing is. No, that's the wrong one. Alright, well, the leaves are cool. What? I wasn't paying attention. What happened? What? I look down, I don't look at, you know the thing about me? I don't look at chat like at all. I just don't. That's why I'm not good at being social in this game, it's part of it. There's so much you're supposed to do and I just don't notice. Jump scare, lol. Hang on, what do we got here? Yeah, no, I think it's just jump scared by the thing that happened, I guess. One could assume. Oh wait, isn't there like a... Yeah, I can do one of these, right? I don't have to... I kind of fumbled that a little bit, but that's okay. Alright. Lag. Interesting. I'm not lagging. Yeah, this is the fight. He grows or whatever, we're playing with it. I think it's a tank or something, and he wasn't doing a very good job, and the guy, my friend, just lambasted him. That friend of mine is, that's just kind of his thing. He's, not delicate at all. When in doubt, do the back right. Yeah, that's right. I don't know what she's doing. He's doing something. I think maybe he's just spamming it but over and over again, so he just looks like he's slapping me over and over again. Oh, sleeping next to me. You know what? I will spam this. Look at my teeth. They're glinting. They're glinting with how good I am. I am most gentlemanly. I still don't know what this does. We're just gonna do it anyway. Flash throw. Well, you can't. Oh man. Alright, I know we want to block it as much as you can so he can't do like things. I think that was part of the problem, is like he wasn't, the guy we were playing with the one time, he like wasn't doing that, and so we kept getting wiped because he just like wasn't blocking stuff. Something like that. We're talking about like 5 years ago. Like a long, long time ago. It staggers me sometimes when I think about how long I've been playing this game. Like, other game, like, I'm not even, like, diehard about the game, like, really, compared to, like, other people. I just really like it. But, like, if you compare it to someone who, like, really likes it, like, it's night and day. Alright. Walk up and do this. Alright. I've been not paying attention to what's going on around me like this whole time. I'm just focusing on getting my irritations out. I don't know. I don't know. Come on, we got him. We got him. There we go. I was big, and now I am small. Alright. I remember that part being really cool. I fully expect to fall through the thing, like at the end of the boss fight. I fully expect to do that. Fast. There we go. Welcome to our humble palace. Alright. Gonna open more stuff? Of course you are. Always like right before the boss battle. Arrive in the throne room. A shell crown. I don't know, what are we doing? The spamming thing again? The clawing? Oh gosh, that guy just did. What in the world? Is that like a doll thing from that one dungeon? What's even going on right now? I don't know when that became a thing. All right. The Dawn Fast Kelp. To the throne room. Alright, let's see if I can. Oh man, Tank's getting pounded on right now. Alright. Hiya. Shoot him gold jolt shot. Almost there. This dungeon has a lot of spectacle, though. Oops. Alright. No big deal. Just more stuff. Machinist arm. Yeah, some earrings. Don't need any of that. Alright, what we got? Well, I say what we got. I know what we have, but I want to pretend, you know. He's dapper! Question mark legs. Alright. Well, they're having a grand old time making fun of legs. Alright. Come on. How about you? See if I can actually learn to look around while I'm doing this. Oh, but we also keep us. Oh, look away, look away, look away, look away. I have failed that look away moment more times than I care to admit on this fight. Oh shit, I wasn't looking. Damn it. See this I'm talking about. I fumbled it. How long do I have? Alright. Well, let's see if I can make up for it. Alright, here we go. This damn fight, dude. Oh my gosh. Yep, there goes one. Can we do it? I don't know. I have straight up fallen right there. Like at the very end. Alright. Oh man, I don't know what this is. Oh, he's a giant tentacle monster. Pretty sure I don't want to be there. Yeah. Man, it's hard enough, like, trying to dodge and cast as a red mage. I can only imagine how hard it would be to play, like, any sort of content that's, like, later on as, like, black mage. I have my one friend, Maxwell Blair in there. He is a black mage main. And how he is always, like, he's always got to deal with ley lines and everything else. Although, I think maybe so you can move that now. Come on. You have to do that thing where you walk across at least twice in this fight. I would be surprised if we did not have to do it again. I'm trying to watch where my teammates are going. Oh, look away. Okay. Then you gotta watch out for him. No, you don't. No, I'm not gonna hit with that again. That's not happening. Wrong button. He was about to do that thing again, and we bodied him. I feel pretty good about that. Get wrecked, Frogman. Your eyelashes are silly, and you should feel bad. Alright. Alright, player commendation. I will give it to that guy even though he probably doesn't deserve it. Pass that. Pass that. Oh, what's that? Is that like housing stuff? Dude, I'll agree. Oh, I was gonna do it anyway. I got it anyway. I don't even need it. I already have that. I got 3 player comms for that? Red Mage Supremacy, apparently. Let's go. It's the hat. That's what happened, man.
Well fought, well fought.
Those aren't ominous looking at all.
Bravo! Amazing! Jolly good show.
Just drop a jolly good show on me, really?
Oh, you do not hold back. But
I love
I
it
would
when my
have
hat
it
blocks
no
stuff.
other way. Seldom have I enjoyed such sport.
We have satisfied thy demands. Wilt thou now satisfy ours?
Of course. Of course. There it is, the relic you seek. Yours for the taking. Have care you do not break it, though, yes.
Something ominous.
Ah, but you, my friend, you are mighty indeed, and pleasing to the eye besides.
I'm telling you, dude, it's the hat. They know.
More? I want to see more of him!
Yes! Yes! I could watch him forever!
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
Why don't we just make him one of us? Yes! One of us!
One of us, one of us, one of us!
One of us. One of us.
One of us, one of us, one of us!
What a fine idea! Why ever didn't I think of that? You may have the crown, but in exchange, we will have you!
Good luck, dude. I am pretty awesome. I don't think you have the power to turn me into an uncool thing. I'm too busy including cool. I got fairy friends, and like, I got the blessing of light. That, and I just have a cool head. Like, you can't stop.
Wake up! Wake up, damn you!
I wonder if I still have that blessing from Stormblood where I can breathe underwater. That'd be pretty cool.
Ah, you're alive. Thank the gods. I don't know where you learned to breathe underwater, but it's lucky you can.
Yeah! I love when little things like that come back, right? Like, they didn't have to do that, but they did, and it's great.
I'm sure you had your reasons. But the first rule of dealing with the Froth is do not deal with the Froth.
It's like Fight Club, I get it.
It's said that they are born from the souls of the drowned. Were it not for your little trick, you'd have joined them.
True. I'm trying to think. I think Alpha and Alizé should also have that ability, I think. I might be crazy. I don't know about the other ones, though.
Your friends are safely back on dry land, in case you were wondering. They'll be searching for you, I expect.
Try to drown me. Undrownable. My face win.
That's the royal capital of the Kingdom of Verba down there. It's seen better days. They were a stubborn lot, the Verbatites. Set in their ways. But once you got to know them, you couldn't find a more welcoming people. It always froze over in winter, being up in the mountains. So we'd pull up our chairs round the fire and trade tales over steaming bowls of lamb stew, while the street lamps burned hot and bright outside. All dead and buried now. Them and anyone else who might remember. Everything we did. Everything we gave. What was it for? I wonder. I hope you'll have a better answer than this when all's said and done.
At the very least, I learned I was undrownable. Once again. I already kind of knew I was undrownable, but yeah. Well, it's like Ishgard kind of thing, huh? Yeah, Ishgard. Why am I suddenly seeing visions of Ishgard being, like, destroyed? Is it like this is like what could happen to Ishgard if we don't deal with this? Because this kind of is remnant. Well, it's kind of has to have, you know, it makes sense, right? Like the giant place covered in snow, so everything has to have a parallel in the first. So this place is a parallel of Ishgard. I don't know, you know, I think I missed that last time I played. So you could do worse. Excuse me. Alright, since I don't know if we're going to check in for like 10 minutes of cutscenes, we'll go ahead. And that's probably where we'll jump off. And when we resume, we will talk to Urianger and figure out what the next course of plan is, who we have to go talk to next. Me and my fancy 3 commendations. Anyway, with that, I bid you adieu, and till next time.